So today was day one of our 2-day kayaking trip to Doubtful Sound. Now it takes a while to get out to Doubtful Sound. It included a bus trip, a boat ride, and then another bus trip. Unfortunately, on the day, the weather wasn't with us. It rained for the entirety of the first day, but we got our gear in dry bags, filled up our sea kayaks, and we set off. Now, it took a little time to get used to the kayak and to keep up with the professional Canadian kayakers, but it didn't take too long for us to get our rhythm. Now, there was 2 positive outcomes to the rain. We weren't attacked by loads of biting bugs, and we saw hundreds of fantastic waterfalls that you just wouldn't have seen on a dry day. While we were kayaking around, I actually spotted a bird fall from the sky. Managed to eventually get the bird onto one of the kayaks. There we put up an umbrella just to shelter it and try and help it. Unfortunately, the bird didn't have a happy ending, but we tried. Now, even though it was raining, there were still sandflies everywhere, which meant that the fish were jumping. And at one point, I even caught a fish. Yeah, I got a fish! I was so excited I wanted to show everybody my fish. Anybody want a fish?
Yeah, this one like, oh, I got a fish! Fish!
When we finally finished up, and it was time to settle down for the night, the rain had picked up. And having been a scout and then later a scout leader, I've always hated putting tents up in the rain. But who likes putting tents up in the rain? Once everybody was settled and dry, we had set up a main sandfly-free tent that everybody could huddle in underneath, cook up their dinners, and share our stories of the day. It was a good night. I really enjoyed Doubtful Sound. I think the main attraction for it was the fact that there was nobody around. They do have a cruise in Doubtful Sound, but it's not nearly as popular as the one in Milford Sound. Once we'd finished up, just meant another bus ride, back on the boat, and then again another bus ride. The next day we made our way north because we had a kayaking trip in Milford Sound.
It's super busy everywhere, very different to Doubtful. This morning we're going to be doing yet another sea kayak. This time it's in Milford Sound, and this time the weather has turned on.
We only had one day in Milford Sound. We wanted to make the most of it, so we took a boat out to the middle of the sound and then kayaked all the way back, stopping off for some waterfalls and just taking some beautiful photos. We saw lots of wildlife. We even saw a couple of seals swimming around. I think my favourite part about it was the legend about Milford Sound and how it was created. It's believed by the Maori that it was constructed by Tute Whaki Whanoa. He was given the task of creating all the fjordlands of the east coast of the South Island of New Zealand, starting at the south and working his way north, which meant that Milford Sound was the last one, and the best one. When he created Milford Sound, he created it with the intention of letting everybody hang out there, seeing all the beauty that he had created. Unfortunately, the goddess of death and darkness, Hena Nui Tepo, was afraid that humans were going to take over the area and spoil it, so she filled it full of sandflies to keep them at bay. And that's why there's so many sandflies down there.